deal with it. Ned has played this Brood vs Monkey matchup a million times. I'm sure Chrysalis has as well. So it comes down to, hey, we're both okay with this matchup. Let's see which one of us is actually right about how this lane goes.
I do think Secret's one of the teams that's happier than a lot of others taking their carry early this tournament. Yeah, especially for Crystallis. I feel like they're pretty contentious. Okay, what do you want versus the Brood? They already thought about it. Pick the Monkey.
Nagja-jag ka pa
Blue na apoy. Lahat ng may apoy cavern to.
This is kind of an awkward opener to me though. I feel like a lot of times
Magja-jag ka pa
this Brood Zoo route or they go the Mirana skirmish route, not necessarily together.
Kaya abante ko to sa ano.
Needs some stuns and some
Lalaro ko ng
lockdown.
ibang hero.
Otherwise you're getting kited
Ako
around
ng
the
life
fights.
stealer, napamalas ng
Especially
life
when you play
stealer ko.
Mirana, you generally get that stun setup from your off lane. They're not going to have that option now because I'm pretty sure we're not going to see Brood on any of these other lanes.
10 seconds.
It's kind of like you need
Upplane
both things to
Luna.
get enabled in the second phase.
5
Tundra
seconds.
really have to think about what they want to ban here, so when they get to that second phase, Celine comes out to enable both these together.
Yeah, it's true.
Ano build mo dito, Jai, pag ano?
Pag
yung magic type.
Always plays these random skirmishy heroes, but the bans being on point is very important because if you're picking this melee this melee mid hero, weak laner against Nisha, one of like the best players in the world, insanely high skill. You have to worry about, hey, is this lane gonna be okay if we pick Spirit Breaker mid, you counter picks this, bam, and you know you get slammed. So you have to be really careful about that.
I mean, something else I want to note is that they actually did take the Tusk first pick, which is one of the heroes Tundra has played the most for the mid lane. So we talked about them not really sharing the same hero pool, but Tusk is one hero that Secret plays. You know, usually it's been on Zayak. I think it's only been on Zayak. And it is something that 9 plays. So they are going to try to find something else mid lane that could fulfill that similar role. I think especially with a hero like Broodmother. Like you guys said, it is important to have some kind of stun. You have a Mirana and a Broodmother.
The strength of fallen brothers and sisters flows through this body. The conclusion is foregone, but honor demands we fight.
That's just where you prove yourself.
A lot of these sort of unorthodox heroes you don't see super often. I mean, Avery talks about the Brood and Totem being sort of awkward, but I think there can be some sort of similar dynamics with Tusk Monkey King.
Look how they flee before us.
You sort of balance it with some magic damage.
This one's in the
because they're getting that response to Brood. So you look at a first phase where both teams have heroes that they want, but maybe the heroes themselves in terms of the way they interact. It's just a bit unusual. It adds to like how will things turn out because it's not very common hero pairings.
Yeah, so these bans are a bit telling, right? Because Secret is banning Slark, they're banning Ursa. These are heroes that are good against these melee types of offlaners, so you can kind of see that they're planning something in the next phase already. I don't think these bans have anything to do with the Monkey necessarily, right? They're kind of planning their second phase because they are first pick.
Ano build mo dito, Jai, pag ano?
They're gonna get counter
Yung magic
so
type.
it's interesting to see, like this will
The time
gives
is
us a
upon
clue
us.
as to what they're
Yung ulti type, yung ano lang.
Ulti type.
Oh. Anong build mo na? Ano first build?
Nag-ano ako eh. Nag-yayasha ako tapos rekta galing.
Yasha muna?
Oo. Wala, pang farm lang. Kahit anong pang farm na item ko. Tapos galing.
They're probably going for something to help deal with the Brood in terms of AoE, that they're afraid of the safe lane just running you, beat you down heroes, making the lane match. I also wouldn't be surprised to just see Hoodwink come out for Tundra out of phase. I think it's their go-to with this Brood. It's like, you know, Hoodwink is trying to get their low CD stun playmaker, and then I think you're going to think about how you're going to play into that. If you want the big AoE,
Learn from your mistakes.
you have to think about what that hero's going to do in the Brood.
Yes.
Because that lane is deadly for a lot of those types of heroes.
Yeah, I mean, Tundra pre-picks this bottom, so probably maybe less likely to want the Chen. I think the interesting thing about a lot of these bans is they're not really banning like heroes that are like
Thanks and have fun.
in a specific situation. They're kind of like going down the list of, hey, this team likes these heroes, they're banning because both teams have a very specific hero pool, and they're like, you know, there's a Kunkka ban, you know, you wouldn't see that against any other team. You know, there's this like Dirge ban because they play 4 Dirge. There's like, you know, a lot of really
Ano
specific
binabots
things
mo
like
dito?
that.
Yeah, so I think we are going to see, I'm expecting something like the timing, like SVG for Tundra. We're going to see, because this is going to be, and then the whole draft is going to be revealed from Secret side, and Tundra's is going to be so they're thinking pretty hard about this ban. They're taking a lot of time, because they're going to ban, they're going to pick their hero here. So they banned the Pangolier, another hero that's pretty good against Broodmother. And let's see what they take here. It is the timing. Yeah, good call, has good synergy. I think heroes that are all very, very comfortable. Sansa is very, very good at laning on the hero. He'll skill the tree, they'll go in lane, they'll test every CS. Like, they're not going to give you these denies in CS tree. They're going to fight you, they're going to double last it, they're going to use this tree. You know, maybe they'll pull some wave by throwing a tree. Like, they have all sorts of shenanigans up their sleeve.
I mean, I now think if you're Puppy, you're just taking that damage dealer I think like we've seen Jakiro and Lich played a lot this tournament. I think both are solid. I would like to see a Wyvern, but he'll end up going Disruptor.
That is a good killer for both Broodmother and Mirana. She cannot leap out of the kinetic field. It's also, if you ever get to see Broodmother, you get the Bloomster back and you get to Container because this hero is very hard to kill otherwise. So it is one of the best Brood killers. And I think this other pick is going to be something along Tidehunter, Mars. Those are what the bands indicated to me. So something that deals with Brood again, because you do have to address this hero.
So you say.
And they go Magnus, actually, that's a different one.
That's a very interesting choice here. We actually, if we were looking at pub history, Rezo was playing this a bit in pubs over the break. So this could definitely be some mag strat they built.
Our blade hungers.
Like, hey, we're going to get second phase mag, because nobody was going to ban mag going into this game one, right?
I think it's also not out of the question. This is a soft flex. This is a player who can play practically any hero in the game. Now, it's not a player who picks like super hard lane counter picks, so likely you'll be playing in something that's somewhat playable.
No
I think it's
retreat.
some sneaky hero pick that makes Skitter's lane use a boss.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call, because it is something that Puppy Captain has always taken a liking to. Being able to play these heroes, whether it's a Monkey King that can go middle or safe lane.
The Dragon's Gate finds you.
They are willing to put supports in either lanes. And we see the response to Naga Siren.
Agreed.
How do you guys like that?
The Skeeter classic, right? Manta Orchid hard every game, push the tempo, abuse the early team fighting. It's also an hero setup. You get this sleep mag combo, which is really nice. The lane always feels
Radiant
good. You get the
structures are
Lantern with the
fortified.
extra Mirana right click. Again, I think the more setups you have for this Mirana, it's nice. I think it's also a combo they've abused vision-wise a lot this tournament.
Yes.
Like Naga's pushing in the lanes, making people show, sending illusions in the fight, and then at the same time you have this
A fine idea.
hiding your backline. It's
We
super
knew
deadly
this time would come.
Killing spree. Or not.
Suddenly you have illusions going in, you can't see anybody through the Mirana hole. Makes all of those spells dramatically harder, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the theme of the way these teamfights play out is super interesting. Like, depending how the early game goes, it's a world where Team Secret has an impenetrable wall. They're chasing you, you can't run into them because they'll glimpse you back. They have this RP waiting in the wings, a really fat Monkey King, and there's another world where Tundra has all this garbage running at you, and you can't see anything, and they see you, and they kite you, and they
die
pull you,
by
and
our
they're
hand,
playing on
not
the
yours.
defensive, which is just generally not what you want.
They're basically the zookeepers
As you
here.
wish.
I do think Tundra is definitely going for this vision type of game, right? They're gonna push the lanes in, and Secret has to show in order to push the lanes back. They don't have that much nuke right now, and then they're gonna play around with this vision. They're gonna set up kills on the map, and meanwhile Secret is gonna go and fight them. Whenever they see them, they can bring numbers. They can just take the team fight. They have a bunch of spells, like strong spells. You know, RP, you have the Disruptor ulti, the Monkey ulti. They have all these team fight spells, and Tundra doesn't. So it's again two different approaches, which is what we were expecting going into this. And this Wyvern ban is actually a pretty smart one, I think, because now
Time to die.
playing Wyvern mid, and this is a fantastic one rotation I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was a really good
Your death approaches.
Static lineup counters, right? I mean,
Yes.
the lane shove here for Secret is going to be an issue.
You won't feel a thing. Discipline fails us.
Later, they can't really
Own it.
You cannot hide.
At the same time, a support duo that can help to set up kills.
Oh, no.
You're not going to have this. You might fall off with the damage.
Our blade hungers.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they could be looking for something like a Zeus, which, you know, maybe helps the damage, gives them sort of this global presence so they can help deal with the lane some. I think this, you know, sort of sneaky, maybe niche mid-hero you wouldn't think of so much. This type of hero for niche could be very good here. Zeus series. Yeah, it's
Fight.
What do you guys think about the Timbersaw for Secret? Could potentially go different lanes. They don't roll back any damage.
Dominating,
They have
I guess.
Fire and a Mirana,
Ownage.
so they can't find an answer. But this Batrider
Very
ban is
well.
also
What?
something that's
Oh my god.
potentially giving a hint towards Timbersaw. But I do agree, either way, they need a hero that can deal with these
Yeah,
illusions.
yeah.
Just something that can also connect to the team
Pagka,
ideally. You might see a hero like Ember Spirit as
pagkags
well,
dyan,
something
ang
like
build
that.
mo na.
Pwede ka mag ano,
That can
tawag
hold
dito.
lane pressure so that other heroes can group.
Yung kaya Yasha o kaya
This is the difference for Secret here. And like you said,
Octarine.
any of those heroes
Pwede.
straight up niche play. I mean, he's dominating here on a lot of those spells.
As you wish.
I mean, you can see Tundra, they're thinking about the Magnus mid potentially as well. They banned the Darks here, so clearly thinking, hey,
Wala
this
pa
Magnus
makuha
is
ng
really
first
key
item.
responsibility here. Like, let's keep
Oo.
your mind
Eh,
open.
ganun din.
Alright,
Diba?
clutch call is Timbersaw.
Huh?
Otherwise, I'm gonna go with something like Ember Spirit or Storm.
Busata sa'yo.
Double kill.
I respect the chatting up.
Nice one.
On it.
Let's see the Tinker. Tinker sussed it out. I'm down for it.
If they go Tinker, I feel like
What power runs?
yeah, that is the very classic 9 hero, so I'm not feeling the Tinker right now.
It is an extremely good Zeus game for Tundra as well, depending on what Secret's pick is.
I do really like Zeus for their heroes. It's perfect for how they want to play this map.
You think they just steal it here? Like, is Puppy thinking about, hey, if we give him this last pick Zeus, suddenly the global threat with so much ability.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. They don't have that much reach.
Gank ako, bot.
They have to sleep.
Yeah.
Other than that. Ember Spirit. Okay, they go for the stable pick.
Yeah, that soft block to Zeus a little bit. You're getting some gap goes on.
Hindi yata tulad ng dati Palyar. Third skill kasi kinuha ko kanina. Ganun din yung ano. Wala ano ha, wala yung bounties.
Like this is your main power.
Under
You've
attack.
seen Ember Spirit. Your name is 9 right now.
My name is 9. I mean, I think the Zeus is honestly not that unlikely. I think they this sort of long range.
The enemy's
look at
bottom
Secret
tower
Sign,
just
it's kind
got
of scary
condemned.
to just straight up run into without abusing his vision and using the long range poke. We talked about that being sort of thematically what their lineup wants. If I think about heroes that 9 plays that fit in that wheelhouse, it's the Wyvern, it's the Zeus.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, even something like a Hoodwink is possible, to be honest.
Talking about long
Dire
range
just
bursts.
fortified.
I feel like 9 is such a unique player that it's very hard for me to call what he's actually going to play here.
Stand and
I
fight.
can think of he's played on playoffs, especially with Run, with the Spear Breaker games that he had.
I
The
think
dragon's
it's pretty
gaze
tough
finds
against
you.
Super Spirit, right, Quinn? I feel like
Yeah.
that
Gago
one's
na hila ako.
The game, I mean, you just can never charge him. He just presses W. His fingers
Hello,
are on the
this is
keyboard.
Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
Dami.
Double kill.
Consideration here and
Does not, I don't think.
Are we okay with Titan?
there is OD. He's also played a lot of OD.
We become more as one.
Just at the tail end of it.
Battle call.
Locks it in.
I mean, I was thinking, you know, because every time they see this morph, they see this Ember, they're thinking, you know, Hour of the Valor. I thought they were going to pick it earlier on in this tournament. He goes Midas, he goes Ag. Suddenly the multiple saves come out of the fight for RP and Static Storm. It's going to chunk through the cores without BKB. Pretty obnoxious pick.
Yeah, fits that style, fits that long
No
range, sort
retreat.
of gives you that damage, that scale, so you don't hard all in on this Naga that's playing its Magnus, playing its AoE clear in the
Your
Ember.
death approaches.
I think it helps their lineup a lot.
Yeah, it's also decent against the Scepter. I'm gonna go with Secret on this one still. I think they have a really solid lineup. I think Tundra has to play very
Kompleto ba tayo?
game. Like it is their view of Dota, and they have to
Kompleto.
really make it work this game.
Lima
But I
tayo?
think Secret has a
May
easier
solo.
understanding of how they're gonna play this game.
Yan
They
si
can just
Mr.
brawl.
J.
Tundra has to be very smart about which fights they take.
Yeah, ease of execution is definitely on Secret side. As the game progresses, this Ember and Monkey with
Ayun,
Empower,
Palyar,
the
kita mo.
room other impacts start dying, non-conclusions start dying, suddenly you don't have this vision advantage anymore, and you're just terrified of this RP all the time when OD.
You've destroyed the enemy's top tower.
So you're both
But don't
favoring
get too carried away.
Secret right now, right?
I'm favoring Secret.
I think
yeah.
so.
Last one on the panel, and I'll just remind everybody, 100% win rate, 9 OD. There have only been 4 games, 3 of them have been Tundra. They
Killing spree.
Kanina pa yan, ang kulit. Bumili akong das, di na nagpakita dun eh.
I think Tundra might take this just because this type of playstyle with the lane shove,
Bro,
being
the slow
super
nung
obnoxious
ano.
on the map, so many summons, so many illusions.
Darni.
You lose one hero, your map starts like
Oh, ano?
it's so annoying in a game one scenario. I think that's when you're the least mentally prepared for. Like, you think you're gonna do
The dragon's
but then
gaze
it happens
finds
to
you.
like, a little too many things on the map right now, you know.
And this exactly harkens back to what we said at the start.
Our
This is a
power
collision
increases.
right? You guys said that Tundra has a very set style.
Yes.
Secret, they need to find a way to counter it. This draft pretty much spells that out.
Yeah, very much so. I think this is exactly the type of lineup you want as Secret against Tundra.
All
A dominating performance.
Thoughts? I mean, what do we need to
Huwag
see
daw niya
from the
po.
side of Tundra?
I think Tundra has to do well
Dami.
with their lanes, especially when you got to counterpick their lanes. If their lanes go well, they can slow down the grouping up tempo of Secret.
I'll cut him off if you need me.
They're good to go.
All right, Avery, and the side of Secret?
Don't feed too many kills around the map. Make sure when you take the fights, you drop the hammer on the OD instead of the other way around, and you get the big
enemy-
RP with your BKB timings. Secure Roshan. Make sure you fight around good areas with your vision.
Hey,
Don't get
BKB
outclassed by that Marana ulti.
Okay.
All
Wala
right,
lang akong
everybody,
maano,
I know you
mabak
want to be
nga
able
muna.
to see Secret versus Tundra, but of course, we got to be able to check in with our favorite man on
So you
stage.
say.
Interaction Slacks with the coach interview.
Hello. I am here with Aoi 2000.
Pina-shared mo pa to, Jay?
Yes.
Pang-hater
Ah.
type.
With you. You know, your drafts have been called disgusting.
Ah, sinashard ko.
Secret said before they got into this that you guys are cheaters with these drafts. Is that how you feel still? Are you guys keeping up with
Agreed.
that sick theme?
We knew this time would come.
That's what they said. They said you guys are cheaters.
Battle
because
call.
your drafts are so disgusting.
Maybe. I think we're playing heroes that we're comfortable on, and I
Yes.
think this game give it like a good vision of the game's supposed to go, and if we execute,
Yes.
then we'll feel really good.
Speaking of heroes that you're good on, my friend, I think we got a 100% win rate on OD very, very fast. Is this going to continue that for you guys?
Hope so.
Okay, well, he hopes so, and we hope for a great game. So let's throw it over to our casters.
A fine idea.
Pinahinanap mo pala.
That's right, it's Cap and Avery in case you forgot, Slacks. But here we are. We got to pause just to be able to catch things up because we did have this situation where we had the teams going around while this coach interview was happening. Fortunately, we got this pause. Avery, we were talking about it before this game started. What was the storyline to this upper bracket finals? And for me, you actually said something that I thought was very fitting. You reminded me that Tundra was once upon a time one series away from being able to go to TI, and they barely missed out on that.
May ibon ata.
Saan?
Killing spree. A dominating performance. Double kill.
Ano yung masakit? Sino yung masakit?
The most of it, right? I mean, just two teams, second chances. They still have
Mega kill. Double kill. Killing spree. Double kill.
Sino yung masakit bro?
These teams are trying to define what's going to get them to the finals. If you get there with that definition in place, gives you a bit of an advantage going into those early games because now you're saying, hey, no one has broken what we're doing. And especially for Tundra, who I feel like has just had one of the more unique styles this tournament. Banking off the zoo, banking off the lane shove, Outworld Devourer. Who else is playing the mid heroes at 9 is playing at this event? Nobody else. I'll answer for you. This is a team that wants to keep that momentum going and not have people kind of break that strategy and make them second guess, hey, are these things as strong as we think? Because like I always said, right now, they're just playing what feels good.
I was telling Bruno backstage, I was like, I feel like this game, this series could be just like just a stomp of a 2-0. I don't know which side it's going to be, but I feel like it's definitely two different ideas matching up against each other, and somebody's going to walk away right, and somebody is going to be a little lost mid-series and figuring out what to do.
Definitely possible. This is a make-or-break situation, and Puppy, the all-time experienced captain, he has broken a lot of teams. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go that way. That said, early lane phase, another situation where you have to play versus Tundra offlane, one of the most annoying offlanes in the game. You're always disrupting the equilibrium. Never seems like you get that too easy. So, Puppy's already doing a
Pag namatay,
yung
mas maganda ata wag mo i-click sa hero.
Sa lapag
lang.
Pag lang sa lapag. Ang daya nung ibon ni ano. Layo ng kita.
I'm not sure if I would call them dirty cheaters, but I would say dirty and nerdy. That's the combo that I think of. I'm like, what is Tundra? What makes them dirty and nerdy, man? These guys are the guys who break down the game with science. They know every little mechanical interaction. They know every dirty thing you can do in lane.
Share nga muna ako saglit.
And Secret, they also know that.
Oh, nasaan yung isa?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Dalawa ba?
Your middle tower.
Meet the pulls together.
Highway rough reject. Clean and
If you're in
simple.
top 3, I call it just not DOTA. Yeah, that's good. Figure out the mechanics of use them better than your opponent. It's one of these things that
We rely not upon fortune.
Meanwhile, Secret, they're not the players.
They're unstoppable.
So Cedar's gonna have a really good early game.
Ilaw.
Very nice timing on Saga. He's playing into
It is not time.
behind this Tundra lineup. They have a couple same mechanics.
That was unreal. Double kill.
Novice mistake.
You know that all-important middle tower of yours?
A dominating performance.
Better off Secret's gonna feel in this game.
I also feel like the damage on Secret isn't like the fastest in the world. You know, like I could see a very real scenario where Chrysalis,
Your middle tower is under attack. Pin!
but just the damage could just be a little bit slow. There goes that save, there goes the song, and you gotta reset.
Defend your middle tower.
When they choose a target,
Your middle
you
tower
have
is
to
under something.
commit, and you have to commit hard. And you also have to get out of these lanes. Like, we've seen this Brood just destroy some of these side lanes. 33's having a pretty good time. He has not had to invest a huge amount in regen. Normally, these super early waves is where Brood can struggle, especially in these core matchups like Monkey that tend to abuse him.
Oh, 9!
It's got a fairy fire.
Just as we showed the stat there of how successful OD has been at TI, and specifically, there it is, the 9 OD. The only other team to try out this hero was Team Spirit, who ran it in the offlane with Collapse. Didn't quite work out for them. It's interesting, though, it's the first time they're going to be playing Dire Side OD. Wonder how much that changes. Team rotation that's going to catch 9 perhaps. Oh, no, he ended up on the wrong side of the cliff. intentional or what. Maybe it was just good old-fashioned luck, but close enough to the cliff there that it puts Giants on the wrong side.
Nice little move. He'll sure it up. Still at Fairy Fire. I'm not sure he goes down. There's not
Pwede
a
yata.
tank for Nisha there either way. But I think they're happy to get out of this lane in a pretty good position. Snaking, losing his courier. Not going to be too happy about
Walang
that
PA.
Sentry kaya?
Our Ember Spirits.
Tayo na, palyar.
Get a chance to rebuild his farm. Talking about being low on.
Yaman na muna yan.
Welcome.
Nakita na.
It's way too hard with the 2-2-0 man.
Eight.
Build he's got going on.
Radiant's total soul.
Outside of Mirana, not super early.
Nice.
Just having the time of his life up here. Even CS with Skeeter, first one kill on top. Even more unstoppable. The game is really nice because he has the most flexible item choices to some degree. These early items get the first at the same time, he's going to
Double kill.
Crystal's gonna come in, trying to help his buddy out here.
Nice one.
33 and I believe Puppy thought he was doing a little bit of pulling. 33 is going to take some damage in return. He can jump into the trees and make a go for it. As you can see, Sucks was even trying to cut down trees to make sure the Crystal gets caught. But ultimately, feels like just pushing the Brood Mother out of the lane is good enough for him.
Papatos. Puta ina. Patay tayo.
Tried to stop Nisha from being able to pass over to the Disruptor. Did go off.
Ano, Jai?
Huwag mo papatos. Masakit eh.
They would really like it to go the other way. Since this OD, of course, is not one of the bottle mids.
No, I know, Jex. I was
This
just.
gives an opening for Nisha to really get these 60-minute runes, power up the map. If it's haste or double damage, he's going to be in heaven.
And he's got 3 mangoes in bank right now, and he just needs 1 creep to die, and he'll have level 6. And that's where the kill power in the OD, especially as he's been ramping up all those imprisonments. So this is a dangerous situation. There's 3 going to cut over. That 1 creep, it's going to die right now. He's going to get his level 6. Now they've got the ultimate disruptor. And there it goes. They kill the Ember Spirit. Now let's be able to chase down Puppy as well. Puppy with that spiteful last breath kills the arcane rune before he does die, but a successful rotation by Tundra, picking up 2.
Contesting that 6-minute rune, getting the level advantage on OD. Those little lane things matter. And 9 will drop that first hammer, cement this fate. No rune for Nisha. That was one he really would have wanted. We also see like some of this minor synergy. You're gonna have to care about the Astrals a lot more in this game because every Astral means a free arrow for Snake. The fight with the skirmishes on the river. We didn't really talk about this OD.
The enemy's top tower.
Killing spree.
There was no bounty on you, Gondor. This was sport.
Thought they could challenge the Monkey King. Step to the king, Ager, you best not miss.
Damn straight. That all is pushing
Already moving. Under attack.
Gago.
He's really taking it to the move, which is
Nawala yung vision, hayop.
Dominating, I guess. Mega kill. Double kill. They're unstoppable? Impossible.
Nawala yung vision dito. Pabato na ako ng second skill eh.
Power ramps considerable. So Secret, I feel like they're having a pretty good time on lanes here. This is probably in the upper hand of what you would expect of a
Nice.
especially from a mag.
That was unreal. Ultra kill.
Bako, palyar!
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Do you think that also means that they feel very comfortable going
The enemy's top barracks
pretty
has
far into the
fallen.
late
The enemy's top
against an
barracks has
Augustine
fallen.
because they have these big steroids coming in. Bottom lane, 33.
Ako.
He's going to be kept in
Very well.
not long enough
Well,
though,
well,
for the Monkey
well.
King to get those
Enemy's
stats.
the enemy's middle barracks
You're
has
always
fallen.
confident going late game with
A fine idea.
mag lineup. But like we said, Tundra does have some of the saves utility to play around with it. Niche
Comes over, jumps over to his remnant, didn't have enough mana for that one.
Enemy's bottom tower is down.
they can skirmish around me.
There goes the enemy's bottom barracks. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
Prisman, shell safe underneath tower. They get one last hit. He's gonna go for it, Nisha.
Monster kill.
Tanga.
Nod.
Salong malandi.
They've got the toss up in the air. Oh, into the snowball takeoff.
Babaka ko ah.
They're gonna be looking another round flight. Look at 9. He's creeping in on the side.
Get
Oh, lakas. Kaya ko din i-end dyan eh. Wait lang.
The enemy's middle tower is falling.
Papatalo ba ako sa'yo kay Palya? Hindi ko pwede yun. Focus sa goal lang, Palya.
Close to game.
Best si Mr.